Welcome, Wargamers, to our Age of Sigmar battle report. Today, I am Luka from MiniWarGaming.com, joined by my returning guest, Sean, and he's here to bully me with NAGASH, as I just try to calmly tend my gardens and expand my borders.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar battle report.
Here we have Maggotkin of Nurgle. Obviously, you guys know I'm a big fan of this army, and I am big excited to play it on the table today. Though, I'm mostly excited to try and figure out how I want to build it for this upcoming season, and this is me trying out a variety of things. I'm not a big fan of demons, so I'm going to stick with the mortal element of things. Let's see how this works. My first regiment will be my General's Regiment. We got ourselves a Lord of Afflictions. He'll be leading a Puscoil Blight Lord unit and a unit of Blight Drones on the right. I definitely wanted to try to have some fast-moving elements in my list for now. I usually don't, but I wanted to today. For some enhancements, our General is going to take our heroic trait. It just feels fitting. Now, Overpowering Stench is still in the game, but not quite as powerful as it was last edition, nor is it as useful. It's mostly good for stopping redeploy and, you know, inspiring presence and stuff like that, or insane bravery, but those aren't really things you can interact with on this one anymore. So we're gonna go with Grandfather's Blessing, though Gift of Febrile Frenzy is pretty good too for another build I might consider in the future. Anyways, Grandfather's Blessing lets me heal at the end of any player turn if I'm in combat with a diseased unit, which hopefully I will be. And for his artifacts, I'll be giving it to him as well. He's going to have the Wither Spear. It's a Wither Stave technically, but he's equipped with the Trident, so the Wither Trident. He has a 50-50 chance of causing an enemy to gain the Strike Last rule in combat, if that enemy unit charged this turn. My second of 3 regiments will be led by this Rotbringer Sorcerer. In this regiment, we have a Lord of Blights and 2 units of 5 Blight Kings. Blight Kings are probably one of my favorite units in this entire army. So, of course, I'm going to skew into them a little bit with, well, not only my last regiment, but this is my last regiment, led by another Sorcerer. We have a reinforced unit of Blight Kings and Rotmire Creed. Just trying them out. I like to cycle them in and out. It's like them, Plague Bearers, Nurglings, kind of whatever I feel like running at the time. I am going to be missing my Nurglings in this game, I think, but Matthew's currently using them all, so I had to try and make do without them. My manifestation lore is going to be, well, the one that has the Emerald Life Swarm in. I can't quite remember the name of the lore. However, I just wanted the Life Swarm to try it out because it felt very Nurgly with the bugs and everything, and it pairs or comes with Ravnak's Gnashing Jaws and the Flaming Skull, so we'll see how they play. I haven't used them yet. It's called Primal Energy, and of course a Feculent Gnarlmaw. I should note my formation is going to be the Vectors of Contagion rule from the Plague Cyst. This is the Rotbringer one, so when Rotbringers are destroyed in combat, I believe, well, we'll say for now destroyed, combat's probably the only relevant one, but they explode and have a chance to deal mortal damage to the enemy when they do so, based on the health characteristic of the Rotbringer destroyed. And this whole list is Rotbringers, minus this one unit of Plague Drones over here. Just trying them out.
Alright, here is my Ossiarch Bonereapers. I decided to bring Mortison Council, which gives all my infantry wizards +1 to cast. NAGASH is not infantry. Surprise, surprise.
But he already has +2 to cast. He doesn't need the help.
So my first regiment is my general, NAGASH. That is probably not surprising to most people. And he is bringing along a bodyguard of a reinforced squad of Morghast Araki. I probably butchered that name.
I think it's Arkai.
Possibly.
I don't know though. And that's just what I call them.
These ones are the anti-magic variety.
Ooh, I got a little bit of that.
And regiments 2 through 5 are individual Mortisons, starting with the Mortison Ossifactor, who will help boost my Araki. Then the Mortison Bone Shaper to heal the Arkai or other characters.
Just everything's about the Arkai here, man.
The Soul Reaper, who will help boost the Araki in combat. And the Soul Mason, who'll give units strike first. And you can probably guess what unit that will be.
Damn.
The Soul Reaper will have both of my unit upgrades. He will have the Mighty Archaeocean, which makes it so any attacks against him in melee, a 1 through 3 unmodified, is a miss.
Oh, nice.
And he will have the Helm of Tyranny, which subtracts 2 from control scores for enemy units within 12 inches. For my manifestation lore, I decided to stick with the Bonereapers version, which is the Horrors of the Necropolis, which comes with the Soul Stealer Carrion, the Nightmare Predator, and the Bone Tithe Shrieker.
Terrifying, all of this.
And then last, we have our Bone Tithe Nexus, because terrain.
That's still part of the game. Today's battle plan, we go back to 2019 for Scorched Earth. This was always one of my favorites. They're bringing back all my favorites. I guess they're bringing back the fan favorites, actually. So it's got 8 objectives on the board, and we randomized this one. And Sean's being a good sport, and he's saying he's got a goofy list, so he's going to play a goofy mission and try and make it work. We got, again, 8 objectives. 4 in each player's territory. Along the long table edges is the territories. We're going to be 18 inches apart as per the standard deployment in this situation. Now, scoring is going to be at the end of your turn, standard stuff. 2 for 1 objective, 2 for 2 objectives, 2 for more than your opponent, and then 4 if you complete your battle tactic. So again, total of 10 per turn there if you can achieve it. However, the twist is, if you know, starting from the second battle round, after you score victory points, the active player can actually pick an objective in enemy territory that they control, and being contested by any of their units is, and they remove it from play. That's all they do. They don't get anything extra for it. They just simply remove it from the battlefield. So if they can like sneak in there and snag it, and then if the enemy is poised to take it back, they can just, boop, we're going to get that out of here. We don't have to worry about that one anymore. However, the underdog can pick an objective in their territory and reduce the control score of enemy units, contesting it by 5 to a minimum of 1, making it harder for the enemy to burn their territory objectives. And that's it. That's Scorched Earth. Sean and I are ready to play this game of Scorched Earth. We are using a battle mat from Grey Matter Gaming here, and this terrain on the board is, for once, we have our own terrain. This is legit MiniWarGaming terrain. If you want, you can get your hands on it yourself as well by going to MiniWarGaming.com. Sorry, the MiniWarGamingForge.com and check it out. Now, the important thing about this terrain is the whole set is designed to play with the Age of Sigmar match play rules. So you have the, by design, obscuring terrain in the form of the woods that, you know, they come off there in case you don't want the trees there and you just want to move your units around. We have the obstacle terrain. We don't have any places of power on the board for this one, but the set comes with places of power. This mission does not utilize places of power, but we have small ones, the medium ones, and we offer sets that will, you just need to buy the one set and it will cover every single match play mission for Age of Sigmar. And some of the fences here are just Games Workshop fences. I like to throw them down to add stuff to the corners and stuff. I find sometimes with the match play mission setup, they can be a little bearing. But they're not going to intrude on the game. They're just there for garnish. That's literally it. Otherwise, we've got our 4 objectives here. We have the other 4 on that side of the board. We haven't rolled off yet to see who's going to be attacker. Who gets to pick attacker defender? I got to pick, you have like 5 regiments, Sean. So I'm going to be the defender, which means you can pick which side you want to deploy on, but you must deploy a regiment first.
All right.
Do you know, you just want that? You just want that one? Or
yeah.
You just go with that
They're
one?
mirrored,
right.
so.
All right, we're going to be back after we deploy. Okay, deployment is finished. 5 drops for the Bonereapers. Boy, do we got a whole lot in the middle there. I'll go over my stuff quickly. Plague Drones, Blight Kings on the right. Just Blight Kings over here for this objective. My big brick of 10 with the Sorcerer and the Lord of Blights nearby in the middle, staring literal death in the face across the table. Lord of Afflictions with Blight Lords and the Rotmire Creed over here. I did notice the Rotmire Creed is a neat little unit. I would like to deploy them last in the future because they can really start the disease game early. I like that unit a lot. And then there's a Sorcerer, in there as well. For yourself, you have your Bone Shaper.
Yep. Soul Reaper on this end. The 2 other Mortisans.
Yeah, you got the, what's his name over there? I can remember him. He's the Mortison Soul Mason?
Yep, Soul Mason and Ossiarch.
And then we have the 4 Archai and the literal Supreme Lord of the Dead, NAGASH, right there in the middle. Our pieces of terrain, they go down first. You placed yours front and center.
Yep.
Same rules, kind of last edition, holding your territory more than 3 away from other objectives and terrain, I believe is the only restrictions. I have my small tree right here of great significance. We'll see what it can accomplish this game. One of the formations is literally start with a second tree, and they seem kind of but whatever. I won't judge it. We got like, the bad thing is too, we have like 14 trees in our collection because you used to be able to summon them.
Yep,
and kind
but now you can have Max of 2.
-2. It is what it is. The game's always changing. That is kind of it for deployment. I get to dictate who's going to go first. I'm kind of afraid of that decision. A thought crossed my mind again about the terrain. Sorry guys to interrupt the game, but if you only want to buy the STLs, those are available as well. If you just want the match play set STLs and print them yourself, you can just buy those much cheaper than the actual terrain printed and shipped out. I think I'm gonna go first this game. I'm gonna probably just sacrifice this unit and send it up forward and get like an early battle tactic, and maybe they'll hold for a bit. I don't know. I mean, it's 10 Blight Kings. Hopefully they can go toe to toe with the enemy for a bit, and I'm gonna put pressure on the flanks and whatnot and set up for other future battle tactics. I just want to seize the middle early on if I can, and I assume they're not gonna commit to a combat without buffs. You want to fight on your terms.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to go first for the Maggotkin, and we're going to try and seize the middle is going to be our battle tactic of choice. I'm going to go mark the middle so you guys can see where it is. I will be using this score tracker today for our score. I'll be player 1 on the left, and then Sean will be player 2 on the right. Equal command points, and then it's just every D10 is just a different battle round. Is the center of the board. I have to have 2 units within 3 of it. That will be easy enough. I got a bunch of run rolls I could do, and if I need to, if I get one there, I can just add the double the other. I'm probably gonna like run these 2 characters to see where they end up, and then just add the double the big squad. My first hero phase action is gonna be Fleshy Abundance from my wizard. I target a unit and heal at D3. However, if it's not injured, it gains a buff that's -1 to wound them. This is cast on a 7. Oh, we got it with a 10. Nagash, I assume, is going to unbind this.
Sure, I'll use one of his 9 unbinds.
You roll a 7. Nagash no longer gets bonuses to unbinding rolls. He only gets bonuses to casting rolls, so we get Fleshy Abundance. Use this to remember that. Yeah, I'm only wizard level 1s on my guys as well. We're going to have this wizard cast... Actually, I like the lore quite a bit for Maggotkin, but the other 2 ones are against enemies within 18. That's just not going to happen right now. We're going to summon a manifestation. We're going to go with Ravaged's Gnashing Jaws. I fail. It's a 7 to cast. That's pretty much it for my hero phase. I didn't really load up on too many hero phase abilities with this build. Would you like to do any hero phase abilities?
Yep. I'm going to spend 1 CP for magical... Intervention.
I keep thinking it's interruption, it's intervention. Hopefully I can remind myself that. Nagash is going to cast a spell. What spell are you going to cast?
I'm going to be attempting...
The trees block him so well.
To summon a Nightmare Predator.
Oh, yep, that's a really good one to cast with Nagash. That's fair. Yep. Nagash gets +2 to cast, but -1 to cast.
Yep, so it's total +1. And it casts on a 6 normal.
Okay.
So I need a 5 on the dice.
I understand. Boom, boom. That's an 8. Try to unbind that with my sorcerer, though Sean rolled a 9, so I need a 10 on the dice. Oh. Yep. Okay. Yeah, screw your command point. I'm going to go on to my movement phase now. The only things I really care about is getting near that die. So we're going to run the Lord of Blights first. 5 is nice. Go right there with him. Next, we are going to double the Blight Kings. I'm not going to risk them not go. So I'm going to run the Sorcerer first, sorry. Sorcerer is going to go 3 additional inches, and then I'm going to double the Blight Kings for a command point. And this is how it's going to end up. We're just going to keep him a little bit further back, but within 3 of the Blight Kings. And they surround the Lord of Blights. I know it's hard to see him in there, but I swear he's in there. And we have successfully completed our battle tactic. We're just marking all the objectives with our flags so you guys can tell who controls what. Blue is going to be Sean. I'll be the red markers for the game. And the rest of my movement is not that exciting. Everything's going to run. Everything. They have cool little blowpipe attacks, but they're only 12-inch range, so I'm going to show you where they end up.
Idea.
All right, we have moved our things. I didn't quite really commit with the Lord of Afflictions and plus Coil Blight Lords because I'm afraid of, like, the Nagash, that tree though, that Nagash redeploy this direction, threatening this stuff. But I might need Nagash's help over here, so I don't really know what your plan might be. And then Blight Lords or Kings moving up, and then the Plague Drones moving up as well. Now, would you like to redeploy one of your units? Or are you gonna just hold on to the
I think I do.
Alright, well, I'll let you think about it.
I'm just gonna redeploy Nagash. 1
command point for Nagash is redeploy, you're down to 2, and you get to go 6.
6 inches forward.
Oh, he's a-coming, and he's taking a Morghast with him. Nagash has moved along. I don't have any shooting because we ran, and none of my other things have shooting attacks. I wonder if they still have shooting attacks. This guy used to have everything ran, but his shooting attack got changed to like an Overwatch mechanic, which is when they get charged, he shoots weird bugs at you, and they do a little bit of damage. This is a weirdly, I like him. He's like a defensive character for this unit, which is how I typically want to play them anyways. I think the Lord of Plagues is more of an aggressive one. Regardless, I'm not going to shoot anything. Would you like to shoot with Nagash's ability for a command point, the Gaze of Nagash? Hell, never mind. They got rid of his Gaze of Nagash attack. He doesn't have that ranged attack anymore. That's fine. Okay, well, no shooting attack for either one of us. Well, the Bone-Tied Shrieker has a shooting attack, but not relevant for now. Charging, I don't have any. Would you like to countercharge with Nagash? Or it can be a little risky. I'm not going to one-shot him, but I'll get some like early diseases going. No,
I don't think I want to right now.
Yeah, save the command points for your turn.
Yep.
That'll be the end of Maggotkin of Nurgle turn 1. I'm going to double check my end of turn abilities to make sure I'm not missing anything, but I think we're good to go. Go up to the combat phase for a second. Terrain's really weird. I could technically attack the terrain feature because you can walk within combat range of it. It's only treated as an enemy unit in the for combat and charging. Yeah. But you can just move within 3 of it and then just kind of slap it, I guess, if you want to, with your melee weapons. I don't really care to do that too much because I don't think it's going to matter. But I might attack it with that one model because it's kind of funny. They're eligible. I can pick them with the fight ability, so we're going to pile in. I'm not going to use it to cheat any like extreme amounts of movement because, like, well, whatever. It's not really. Faction train is going to be a little weird, so things to consider. This guy's got to be over there. That 2-inch coherency thing. Sorry, 2 models and half an inch is a little tough. Anyways, these 3 models are going to try and tear down your statue a little bit.
And I'll use my relentless discipline from
what does that do?
I'm going to give my unit a 5-up ward save for this phase.
Okay,
as long as it's wholly within 12 inches.
There might be a thing about this where you can't actually target terrain with beneficial abilities. Let me double check.
Yeah, well,
okay, so it's similar to manifestations, where they never count as units unless it's like one of the 3 clauses where like enemy abilities targeting it, or you're in combat within the combat phase, and there's like one other thing. Anyways, I'm not gonna do any damage to it. It's just I'm gonna hit it with my weapon until like a little part of the stone kind of crumbles off of it. With 3 of them in range, it's gonna be 13 attacks because one of them is the champion. 4s to hit. They don't have any. Sorry, 3s to hit. They don't have any like on hit rules. They just kind of roll dice. 3s to wound. And these are at rend of 1, 7 saves. And it's got a 4-up save base.
Yep, so 5 ups.
All right, I take apart a little bit of the statue. Oh, you make 2 of them. 5 damage on the statue. It's got 10 wounds remaining or something. Perfect. And that's probably all the damage I'll do to it all game. I don't really have any grand ambitions. I got bigger problems to worry about. At the end of my turn, I do have one ability that's relevant. It's Blessed by the Plague Father. So I pick one of 3 abilities. In this case, I'm going to pick the first one. Just double checking. Again, terrain is weird. I pick an enemy unit that I'm in combat range with. And for abilities, enemy terrain features can be targeted by abilities. I'm going to give it the diseased keyword. I have spread the gift of Nurgle to this monolithic structure, and it is now starting to erode a little bit, and it gains the diseased keyword. Now I can use it as a hub to spread infection on the next end of turn, which would be on Sean's turn, if he has units nearby, which I doubt he will. I also get to resolve 1 racked with disease. Once per turn for the army, I can pick one thing that is diseased and apply damage to it. Its disease flares, and I roll a d3. On a 2-up, it takes that much mortal damage. So I've done 7 damage to the statue.
My statue is dying from smallpox.
And it was free. That's it. Okay, that's it. I'm done goofing around, everyone. That was my turn. I get my battle tactic, and I hold 2 objectives, but not more than Sean. So I get 8 victory points this turn. What's the plan?
Well, I think I'm going to mark this unit for the grave.
Oh, you're gonna kill my 10-man squad of Blight Kings right away?
Yep, so I have to choose a non-hero unit that has not had any model slain from it and kill it.
That's very discouraging for me. I don't like that.
So, as you can imagine, my army is just going to rush into them, try and annihilate them.
Okay, my man. I hope they can live. So, for anyone who's curious, they've gone down to 3 wounds each, but their save has gone up to a 3-up. So, like, their durability is, like, different but the same, but their overall wound pool is lower. And with that declared, we only simply have to resolve probably 12 hero phase abilities for the Ossiarch Bonereapers. We're going to get on that.
All right, I'm going to start with the Bone-Tied Nexus, who's going to try to inflict a punishment of death upon your Blight Lord. On a 4-up.
That'd be a good start. 6.
Goes off. It inflicts D3 mortal wounds.
All right, easy enough. That is
1 mortal wound.
all right. Nurgle, Papa Nurgle, help! You know help. That's the damage.
All right. Next, we're going to go with the Mortison Artifactor, who first of all is going to attempt to make these into refined creations. On a 3-up,
That's a 6.
they now have +1 to hit in melee.
Okay, that's quite nice. That's a quite nice ability to have.
There's the marker for that. And now he's going to try to empower their weapons. Needs
A 7.
7 plus 1 from my council, so that's a total of 8.
And what does empowering their weapons do?
That makes it so they'll have exploding 5s to hit in melee.
You rolled an 8 on that, eh? I'm gonna try to unbind that magic. I know you can cast it like 4 more times. I can cast it so many more times. That one is an unlimited keyword, so every one of Sean's wizards can actually cast that. What's the range of it? Like wholly within 12?
Wholly within 12,
So
I
it looks
believe.
like you still have 2 other wizards who can cast that on them. I'm not gonna stop it because I'm just not. You can have it. It's all yours. I'm gonna do a hypothetical though. I wouldn't have stopped it.
All right, now I'm going with the Soul Mason. I'm going to start with empowered nandrite weapons on himself.
Yeah, might as well boost himself up. That's an 11. All yours.
Turns into a 12. Okay, so he also has.
Explode. Oh no. Yeah, explode on 5s.
Yep. All right, and his second cast, because he's a wizard too, I'm going to attempt Soul Guide, which goes off on a 7. That's 7, 8. That will, if he does not get unbound, give them strike first.
I'm gonna. That's like one of the few things that could probably realistically stop. That's a built-in spell on him, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So only he can cast it.
Strikes first, eh?
And it's not unlimited.
I guess you can have that one too. Probably gonna be striking first anyways. It just means that they could go and Nagash could go.
All right, going over to the Soul Reaper, he's going to try to empower his own weapon.
Let's go, Soul Reaper. He's got it.
That's a 9. That's empowered.
That's all yours.
The Bone Shaper's going to try to empower his weapon. That's a 10.
All yours. It's just they're so strong. These wizards and their weapons. We still have Nagash's can cast 9 and banish 9 spells. He's got nothing to banish, so he's pretty free to cast 3 manifestations, I suspect, which is gonna be nasty.
All right, let's get started with Nagash's ridiculous number of spells.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
Let's start with Shard Storm. This casts on a 7. He gets +2 to casts. That is a 10.
And this targets an enemy unit. Does.
And, roll a dice for every model in the unit. For every 5 up, it is a mortal wound. Dice.
I'm also gonna let this one resolve. I have to try to stop Drain Vitality in one of the random manifestations. So we're gonna roll 10 dice for my unit. Every 5 up is a shard. Ooh, that's a spicy roll. There's 5 mortals. Bones. Oh, geez, that kills one and another actually, but takes that wound off. Let's go. Ooh, geez, how do I do this? Who's that guy? I don't believe it matters if I break my coherency because I suspect you're going to be killing them this turn anyways.
All right, next I'm going to empower his weapon.
The Ossifactor's weapon with Nagash. You got it!
Look, it's a 13!
Not stopping that. Now for the Drain Vitality or manifestations, it's up to you.
Let's start with Drain Vitality.
This is the one I definitely want to stop if I can.
That is a 7. That is enough to cast.
I need an 8 to stop it. I do. I stopped the Drain Vitality. That'll be, well, say him. It's not super important. We got the Nightmare Predator.
The
Bird.
Soul Stealer Carrion. And the Bone Tithe Shrieker.
What's happening first?
Well, just going to go down the line. They all cast on a 6.
All right, so you just need 4s.
I need 4s on the dice.
4s on the dice. First one, that's a 3. Hey, no Nightmare Predator. Okay.
Oh no, he dies before he even exists.
And then the bird. The bird's good. We're just going to see the Shrieker. The Shrieker rolls at a 12.
12.
All right, well, I can't stop that. That rolled too high.
And that is the end of my casting.
Yeah, we're going to show you where those 2 end up here. That was the one you wanted the most too, I think, the Predator. Actually, I don't know what the other 2 do. You want the Shrieker? Oh, the Shrieker? Okay, I know I didn't want to stop the bird. I wanted to stop the Predator or the Shrieker, and you rolled too high on the Shrieker for me to stop it. So we got the Shrieker down over there, which reduces ward saves of enemy units within 12. Within 12, but he has to be placed 9 away, so that's nice. And then the bird over there, I don't know what the heck the bird does. Does something with control.
Reduces infantry units' control score by 5.
Okay, absolutely. Is that it for your hero phase abilities?
we forgot. He has another spell.
He's got his own built-in spell. What's this
Invocation of Nagash.
Okay, there you go.
Which can either damage people, it can heal, or it can give a ward save.
I guess I still have an Unbind left if you roll low enough.
Yep. Cast on a 7. That is a total of 10.
That's your last spell cast?
That is the absolute last spell.
I will Unbind with this guy. Nope.
All right. Put a 5-up ward save on the Morghast.
Oh, they have a 6-up normally?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, that'll help them out. Well, aren't they just completely buffed with 4 different abilities? I have my own hero phase. I could do a magical intervention of my own, I suppose. Because Unbinding does not count towards your wizard level for casting and banishing. But do I want to? I will try a magical intervention from our Spropbringer there. So I'm casting I'm casting the Ravaged and Gnashing Jaws. So I rolled an 8.
I'll attempt to deny?
Yep. You do. That's an 11.
do.
Okay, neither one of us gets it. I also lose a command point, and I think we're good to go to movement. There's so few of Sean's stuff here, I assume they're going to end up generally around here. We'll show you where they end up.
I will specify I'm using, from this hero, the Relentless Discipline Unstoppable Advanced. So all units wholly within 12 of him get plus 2 inches to movement.
They're not like discipline points anymore with command abilities. Are they just like a once per army thing you kind of pick?
Yep. I have 2 in the movement phase, 2 in the charge phase, and 2 in the combat phase that I get to use.
Okay.
But I'm only able to use 1 at a time. And
oh, you just pick which one you want to do.
Yep, I pick whichever one I want to do.
I understand.
Movement's only my own, but the charge and the combat phase are in both players' turns.
I like it. That's kind of cool. Neat. That's movement done. I believe the Soul Mason at the doubled from that objective to this objective.
Yep.
And then everything else just moved forward.
Yeah, the 3 other Mortisons off ran to various degrees.
Bone Shaper staying back there.
And then these guys just moved up a bit.
I am going to... it's kind of a desperate move here. I'm going to use one of my 2 command points to redeploy these Blight Kings. Because if I can roll a 3 or more and get away from that Bone Tide Nexus, that will keep them at a 5-up ward save. Otherwise, it reduces it by just 1 degree or no
just
ward
1.
Save? Okay. Well, here's the redeploy. Wish me luck. Nope. Well, we tried. We definitely tried. We're just going to bring you an inch back. We're going to bring you an inch in. And then we're just going to try and fix our coherency a little bit here. Not that it can do much. Stay away, please, no. You have a shooting attack. Oh yeah, the Bone Tide Shrieker.
Yep, the Bone Tide Shrieker will shriek at you.
It's literally shrieking.
It hits on 3s.
All right, 1 hit, wonderful.
And wounds on 4.
Okay.
No wound, okay. Fear my shooting.
I don't, well, I fear something. You know what's funny? If I had the spare command points, I shoot blow darts at the God of the Dead. That'd be kind of, I don't know if it would have much of an impact, but it'd be kind of neat. They could disease him later, I suppose. Charging?
Yep, on the charge phase. So my Relentless Discipline I'm going to choose for the charge phase is +1 to charge rolls.
That'll do it. Yep.
And I'll choose it from Nagash.
Okay.
There's no reason not to.
Who gets the honor of charging first?
I'll do the Morghast first.
All right. Let's see. They get +1. I see, a 10.
And then I will roll for
Nagash. He'll go 7. All right.
Okay.
So Nagash, and then the Morghast are all right there. I assume you're not going to put the support characters in yet?
They ran, so they can't charge.
True. Forgot about that.
And you don't have the command points to countercharge?
I got nothing. I got no countercharge capability.
Fight phase?
Yes.
All right. For this Relentless Discipline, I'm going to be going with Bludgeon, which gives the units +1 to wound.
Oh, it counteracts my Fleshy Abundance. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, not bad.
The other option would be Impenetrable Ranks for a 5-up ward save.
It's more of a defensive one.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he has a 5-up ward already, and his spell gave them a 5-up ward.
Okay, that's fair. I think... Do you have any other fight phase abilities? I have a couple small ones. They're not great, though.
I do not believe...
Lord of Blights has Thrice Ripened to Death's Head, so I choose an enemy unit in combat with him, and that charges turn, and he shoots bug. I think they're bugs. I honestly don't know what a Thrice Ripened to Death Head is. Is it like a magical rotting skull? I couldn't tell you. We're going to target them, and you suffer 2 mortal damage, but you have a 5 aboard.
Yeah. So they take 1.
Take your damage! Another fight phase ability, but it's a passive. It gives the Blight Kings near wholly within 12 of him +1 rend anti-charge. So it's like a festering bulwark. So when you charge me, I get more rend on my Blight Kings. Ooh. All right, what do you fight first, guys? First,
yep, they go first. I'm just going to spend an all-out attack on them.
They already have +1 to hit.
Nope, I was incorrect. That is +1 rend.
Oh, that's
that
even
spell.
better. That's even better.
Yep.
There we go. Okay.
So I'm using the all-out attack, so they'll be hitting on 2s, exploding 5s, and
wounding on 3. Are they
wounding
base?
on 2s.
Is there base wounding of 2s?
Yes.
Oh.
Hence why I wanted to get that +1 wound to counteract that.
Ah, they're wounding on 2s normally? Boo. Okay,
Yes.
well, let's do all-out defense at the very least. How many attacks each?
3 attacks each.
3 damage each?
3 damage each.
Any champions? I don't think so.
Nope,
right?
no champions in this squad.
So 12 attacks, 2s, exploding 5s. I see...
No 1s.
Oh, and you got 3 6s? Come on, where's your 3 1s? Get out of here. So, and 5s explode, that's right. So 6 additional hits. That's reasonable. And 2s.
Yep.
Nice. Just a few fails in there. These are Ren 2 normally, up to Ren 3?
Yep, up to Ren 3.
So I'm a 2-up save after all out defense, so I'm looking at 5s here. No one wants to lose 10 Blight Kings on turn 1, that's for sure. Let's do my 5-up saves. Well, I make an impressive 2. These are only 3 damage each, right?
Yep, only 3 each.
So I got 3 fails, 6 fails, 9 fails, 12 fails, so it's 36 damage. Okay. I only have a 6-up ward save as well, eh? I'm going to roll this 3 times, because that's the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to take 34 damage so far, and then we're going to reduce that down to, okay, we're still taking 34 damage, and then we're going to do, come on, we're taking 32 damage. They're all dead. You swept them. You swept them. I do have to do my little explosions.
Yep, that's probably going to hurt quite a bit. Do you want to put any of them into Nagash?
I got to see if I can. I think I have to do the attacking unit. This guy dies and is not in combat with that unit, but the other 7 remaining will be able to explode on the Morghast, which is not ideal because Nagash can just bring them back if they die. They're not going to die to this, but it'll at least do some damage to them. All right, I get to roll 21 dice. Every 5 up is a mortal damage. The unit takes 3 mortal damage there, which you have a 5-up ward save against.
So I'll take all 3.
Are they 6 wounds each?
Yes, they are
All
6 wounds apiece.
So we're going to lose my guys, and you still have the Morghast sitting pretty and strong. I guess my Lord of Blights is still alive. Let's go. You get to fight. That was your fight first, though. Yep. Nagash still gets to go, and this falls off. That didn't do anything. Nagash gets to go. Nagash is the only other guy in combat, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Does he want to pile in at all?
Can he pile onto the objective?
You absolutely can. I believe so, yes. Go up and around. And then he'll go right there, and he will be within range of the combat range of the objective, which means he'll flip that over at the end of the turn, and we're going to beat up a tree.
Yep. So, going to start with his bottom weapon.
He's got like Zephet Nebtar and like Alakanash.
Yes.
Nebtar is the staff, I believe.
So, going to start with Zephet Nebtar, because it's flat 3 damage.
Or it's the other way around, it's one of the two. Oh, they all hit.
Yeah, hits on 3s, and wounds on 3s.
My tree. Was one more wound there from Zephet Nebtar.
Because of the +1 wound for all Ossiarch Bonereapers.
Actually, I think Alakanash is the staff, because I remember being like Alakanash, the staff of power, but Zephet Nebtar, I believe, is the sword. These are 3 damage each. I do have a 5-up. Wait, am I 12 away from that thing? Nice, I get my 5-up board save. You can't hurt a tree, Nagash. I take 1.
I'm 2.
Oh, I take 2. Alakanash, the staff of power.
Hitting on 3s.
Ooh, that's a good start.
And wounding on 2s because of the discipline.
Right. 2 of them.
At Ren 2.
That's going to go right through. How much damage are we talking about?
D6 apiece.
7. I could live that. I got 5 here. I got 7 here. I've taken 2 damage. I'll take a further 6. Now we're dead. He's got 7 health. He is out of here. I get to go next. The goal here is to... I would like to like weirdly kill Nagash. I don't think that's going to be, not right now at all, like by any means, but if I can get those Morghast down to like 2 or 1 remaining, you can't really bring them back too much.
Yeah, I can't bring back individual Morghast. I can only bring back the full squad.
You could do like, say you do a perfect every perfect rally, you could bring back Morghast, because if you roll all 6
yeah, all 6s,
dice,
maybe. But I'm not sure if that's worth the command point.
What's the odds of rolling 6 6-ups, 6 4-ups? In one go.
Fairly low.
Fair. I don't know the number myself either. I'm gonna just sit here pretty with that Lord of Blights and just hit him with my hammer. 1 out of 64 to roll 6 4-ups on 6 dice. That's not great odds.
Nope.
I'm gonna attack you with the Bubonic Hammer. Do you have any like negative like defensive modifiers, or is it just a better ward save? Did you go like all offense on these guys?
I think it's all offense.
We're going to attack you with our hammer. We do have extra rend on it because you charged me. 3s to hit and 3s to wound. 2 wounds at Ren 2.
This brings them down to a save of 5. That goes through. Damage.
Actually 6 damage. A big hammer on him, 3 damage each.
5 ups.
I got 5 damage on him.
Which kills 1.
And puts 3 on another?
Yeah, because it takes 2. Yep, 3 onto the next.
Perfect. No, good job, little guy. That's kind of it for that. Do you have any end of turn abilities you got to resolve? Yeah, that's right. Nagash does Hand of Dust, but it's only like Hero Monster now, which is technically what it ever was before. But our Lord of Blights is... I actually almost got a little impetuous and went like right in the middle there. I forgot you had the Hand of Dust. I got dumb lucky by being too lazy to move my model. So, that's on to my end of turn abilities. And I got like the Nurgly Disease things to resolve. I get to do the Gift of the Plague Father again. I can infect something I'm in combat with, or use something already infected with the disease keyword and spread from that point. So I'm going to pick spread, and everything within combat range of your terrain piece here will be infected now and gain disease. So that'll be the Morghast and the Soul Mason. And I don't know if it affects the Endless Spell or not, but it might be the Endless Spell as well. Get sick! I don't believe the Endless Spell is affected because I'm not directly picking it. I'm picking the terrain piece and it affects things around it. So usually like manifestations and terrain aren't affected by passives and AoEs. As far as I can tell, like I don't really care if I get that thing or not too much. I then have to actually flare up one of the disease units. I'm going to do the Morghast. Sorry, it's way better than I thought. It's the ability is racked with diseased, and every diseased unit on the table takes damage. I thought I read once per army, so I figured I picked one thing. No, every disease unit gets it. So the Morghast are going to suffer 3 mortal damage, which they take 2 of, and they're still alive. It's one guy has a health left. The piece of terrain takes 3 mortal damage. It's gonna crumble to death. It's gonna erode to nothing. It's getting there. Hey, it's only got 5 health left. The Soul Mason is gonna take 3 disease, or 3 mortal damage. He's got a 5 up, maybe?
6 up.
He's only got a 6
so
up.
So he takes 2.
Eat it. And we just keep spreading it. And then the last one for Gift of the Plague Father is, like, if you somehow infected every single enemy unit on the battlefield, you could do mutate. It's a mutate, everything takes a mortal damage, and then you roll for everything afterwards. That's a crazy cool ability. Well done, Games Workshop. Nurgle feels... I was worried about the Chaos Gods not necessarily feeling like the Chaos God factions, the God factions, but I haven't played Khorne, haven't seen Tzeentch, haven't seen Slaanesh, but boy does Nurgle feel like Nurgle. Granted, there is counterplay to it. If you can heal your units, instead of healing, you get rid of the disease. So like things like Rally. So like every army technically has access to healing with Rally, but some armies, like Death armies, have a lot more healing than others. We're going to come down to objective control stuff. This is proudly in the hands of the blue team right now. So that is going to go to Nagash. And you're going to score 10 points this turn, I think. Because you got your battle tactic for completely annihilating the unit of Blight.
Yep.
And you hold at least 2 of the objectives and more than I do. You can't burn them in the first battle round.
So I don't even have to think about it.
Don't even have to worry, but that's still 10-point turn. That means I'm the underdog, though. We're at the end of the first battle round. I am down by 2 victory points, and that means I'll get a 5th command point, but we got to roll for that priority still. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. 6-5. I think I definitely just keep this going. I don't really want to give it to you again and let you have all that nonsense again. I kind of like where we're at. We're going to stay here. Supposed to pick one of my objectives as the underdog in my territory that I control to try to protect a little bit better. So I'm going to pick this one here. Every enemy unit within combat range of it is going to reduce their control score by 5 to a minimum of 1. So I still have to protect it, but it's going to be harder to take it. But I mean, if they're dead, they're dead. So I'm probably going to have maybe the wizard run like pretty far over this way, and then I'm going to keep him in combat. He's just going to keep scrapping with the Morghast. And maybe he'll get lucky and like take out one more. We're going to go to casting some hero phase abilities here. So we're going to cast Magnificent Buboes from the Lore of Malignance is the name of it. We're going to target Nagash with this one. I roll a total of 5, which is a fail. So what that would have done is it reduces his casting, unbinding, banishing, prayer rolls by 1. I think it's all those. And they have a built-in ability. If you successfully target them with a spell ability, on a 2-up, reduce their ward save by 1 too. I could have gone for some cheeky damage on Nagash there. Maybe. Also, -1 to attack rolls, too. Sorry, -1 to hit on attack rolls. That would have been kind of nice. We're going to move on to the other wizard here. We're going to pick an enemy unit within 18 inches of him. It's going to be Cloying Quagmire. We're going to try and slow Nagash down by shoving his hands into the dirt and causing a Quagmire to erupt around Nagash. Now, he's got Fly, but mechanically this reduces his movement characteristic, but has his movement characteristic, and reduces his charge and run rolls by 1 because he's so weighed down by his armor. That's a 6. That is also a fail. These are all 7s. No matter what I cast, they were all going to fail anyways. Yeah, that's it for my hero phase abilities. Would you like to do a magical intervention?
I think I'm going to start actually with a Rally.
Rally also works.
On the Bone Shaper, or no?
Soul Mason.
Soul Mason. So 6 dice.
Rally.
That'd be 4 up as a success.
You don't want him diseased or something? Oh, geez. You almost hit the jackpot, dude. You got 5 out of 6.
Get rid of disease for the first one.
Yeah, so every point of rally you use is heal 1. So the first one you do gets rid of the diseased, and then the other ones can actually just heal whatever's missing.
That way, yeah, this is so he won't just die potentially from the next disease explosion.
Oh, it's only got 5 wounds?
Yeah.
Oh, he was close. Oh, okay, interesting. I mean, that makes sense. Well, he actually has 6 wounds, but it's still better to heal him now rather than getting really low.
I am going to do a magical interference, or intervention.
Yes, the same difference.
And he will attempt to do Soul Guide.
Oh, okay.
He gets -1 from the command, but gets +1 from my faction. Needs a 7. Nope.
6.
Oh, well.
Our interventions are literally not working at all. That reminded me, I didn't actually talk to you guys about what my battle tactic was. I was thinking about taking the 2 objectives away from Sean, but it requires a lot of rolling, and I'm going to go with the safer attack on 2 flanks, I believe is the name of it.
Take the flanks.
Take the flanks, thank you. Where I just have to have 2 units near the short table edge of the board and not wholly in my own territory. These guys can go ahead and do that. And I got a couple. The Rotmire Creed can do. If I want to be aggressive with these guys towards Nagash, the Rotmire Creed can go up that way and do it. Which I kind of think I want to tango in the middle a little bit. I got a lot of elements here who can kind of fight, and I'm feeling weirdly bold, very weirdly bold here. After doing some measuring, I'm not going to make a push for Nagash. I'm just going to reposition my guys here a little bit. You're done in your hero phase. I'm going to go into my movement phase now. And we're going to retreat our Lord of Affliction here. He will suffer D3 mortal damage because he is retreating from combat. He does not ward it. We're going to wound him, and we're going to pull him back to around here. Yeah, we're going to keep it like that. I think we're going to posture our Blight Kings just around him. We're going to go there. You're probably going to be countercharging anyways because of this guy, but I'll make it not that much easier. I guess we'll stay the same kind of line he's at. I gotta figure out too, this Rotbringer Sorcerer definitely wants to run and kind of cower in this corner over here. And so like, if you leave this area, then I can take control of it. So I'm gonna run 6. He's fast. That's as far as he can go and stay in range of the objective. Otherwise, we're gonna push up this side with our Lord of Affliction and his Blight Lords. I'm not going to run them because I want to charge that bird. Rotmire Creed's going to push up. We're just going to shoot Nagash with blowpipes. The Sorcerer is going to run over this way. 1. And that will get him skirting right in the middle line. My territory ends right about there. He's within 6 of the board edge. That's good enough. Thank you for the 1. Oh boy, do we have a few other moves to do over here or what? We are going to run our drones, an additional 6. They get to go 14 inches. We're going to buzz up this way, completing the battle tactic, purposefully not taking the objective for now. We want to take that later. I don't want to deny myself the battle tactic in the future. And then our big thick boys over here is a wonderful question. They kind of want to, like, I'm debating if they just stay in here just to kind of guard. Like, they're going to die. That's all dead. But they could kind of bounce out, or like if this is taken, they could try and take it back with their ability. So I think they're just going to go into the woods and get some cover. They're going to run in there. 1. Well, that's probably good enough, I hope. Yeah, they're going to stay in the woods there. I think that's it for my movement. You have 2 left. I assume you're not going to redeploy. You want to stay for countercharge?
Yep.
So I'm going to go to shooting. I'm going to shoot blow darts and show you the power of the swamp to the god of the dead. I'm actually going to shoot the Morghast. They're a little bit deadlier. I'm going to shoot 9 blow darts. Sorry, 9 models are in range to fire their blow darts at the Morghast. This guy in the back's too far away. He's actually got to stay over there. Champions get +1 attack with all weapons, not just melee. So we'll actually have 19 blow dart shots. 4s to hit, crits auto wound. I have 5 wounds, not bad. There's no rend on these. And these miss, these miss, these miss, and there we go. 3s to wound on a follow-up. Oh, nice, rolled right in there with him. So an additional 3 for 9 wounds at no rend.
3-up save.
And just 1 damage each as well. 4 maybe get through. They still have their 5-up ward active.
Yeah.
4 damage. That finishes off 1 and puts 3 to the next one.
Technically, it's on the pool, right?
It's in the pool. Yeah, sorry, just the pool. That's a force of habit I'm going to have forever. Because you always get to choose who you pull. You don't want to kill this guy because you want the counter charge to be easy. No shooting for the Bonereapers, so we're going to go to my charging. I have a couple of, I think I only have 2 charges I want to do, and it's these guys into the bird. Do the Lord of Afflictions into the manifestation first. That's a fail. Do I want to forward a victory that? Yeah, sure. That's still probably a fail. He needs an 8. He's a little bit further away. Let's try the Blight Lords. 7. Fortunately, needed to roll 1 higher. He would get within half an inch, but he can't land there because of the unstable part of the terrain. He needed about a quarter. He needed an 8 just to be able to clear the terrain and land comfortably right there. Unfortunately, not great, but it is what it is. Sean brings up a good point. My Rotmire creeps could still attempt to get in there and cause havoc. There's my 8. I'll take it with the swamp people. That is my last charge. I assume we're going to use 2 on counter charge.
Yep.
On the Morghast over here, they need like a 4 or a 5, probably a 5. If I had to guess.
I'm going to use Relentless Discipline and get +1 to charge.
So you definitely need a 4 then. Ho 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 ho! Good enough, dude. It's very tight, but we make it in. And I am sure my guys are fine. Plus, there's only 2 of you new. How much damage could 2 do?
Yeah, only,
right?
16 wounds?
It's fine. Ooh, I do get to throw my nasty bugs at you again, though.
Yep, and
that's later,
get a full ward save.
I do get my full ward save, thank you, that's right. It's any combat phase against anything that charged in. Eat thrice ripened death's head. 3 mortal damage. 5 up ward save. You are... Oh, I'm sorry. 1 does go down. You're left with 1 more. Oh, no, not 1. I don't want it to be 1. I need that thing to not die.
If he dies...
Nagash brings
a whole unit back.
Once per game he does it. But I don't want it to happen ever. But I guess if he dies, he dies. Fight first on your Morghast, so we're going to resolve him. Oh, who are you attacking?
Let's throw it into the character.
Okay.
Get rid of him. Hitting on 3s.
Yes. With 5 hits on 3 dice. Very good.
Yep.
2s.
Wounding on 1s, but down to 2s. Oh, look, they all wound.
Rend of 3?
Yep, rend 3.
Sorry, I'm going to all-out defense.
Okay.
He's got a 2 of save with all-out defense. Okay, it's only 9 damage.
Yeah, only 9.
There's 5, but I at least get my full ward. Nurgle, help, please! Oh, I think I'm dead. I take 6 damage, right?
Yep.
And I got 1 on me.
So 7 total.
What are the chances he's got 8 health?
Wound.
No, I can only roll 4. He does die. He does have 7 health. And I can roll, when he dies, I do my explodes, but I don't get to roll all 7 dice. It does cap at 4. It does 3 mortal damage, which you have a ward save.
Does all 3.
Okay, he's got 3 wounds left. No, this is bad.
12 in Nagash and more than 9 from all enemies.
Well, I guess if I kill them once, I can kill them again. I am going to fight with... Well, he's already fought, so I'm going to fight the magic bird. All right, we are piling in. We got 1 mod on range of the objective, which is all I need. The bird does reduce the unit's control score by 5, but it can never reduce its control on an objective below 1. That is just the general rule. That is in the core rules under the objective section. So we got 10 dudes there, right? Yeah, 20 attacks. 21 attacks because of champion. 4s to hit. Oops, sorry. But it's a little blurry. 4s to hit here, though. Pretty good roll. Lots of fancy 6s. And the wound roll. 2. 2 entire wounds. No rend of any sort.
5 up save. Takes 1.
Most endless spells have manifestations have a ward. Does yours have a ward? 6 up ward. 1 damage on the bird. Eat that bird. Then I will go with my Blight Kings. The bird gets to actually fight. I forgot that. I keep forgetting they fight. What's he got? Magic beak.
Spectral claws and beak. 6 attacks hitting on 4s.
Please don't hurt my mans. They love Nurgle so much.
Wounding on 2s.
Damn.
2 at rend 1.
What is my save? Probably. Oh, maybe that. Okay, there you go. I will. Those are ward saves technically, but it's going to be 4 damage.
So 2 more saves.
I take 2. I lose 2 mans. They're just 1 health each. I'm going to take this guy because why not? Because I need that guy. I got to keep him. This guy's out of coherency. There you go. And to the Blight Kings. They're going to desperately, or they're going to pile in. And they're going to fight, I guess, begrudgingly. Hitting on 3s. Need to roll bad. I need to roll bad. All right, never mind. You got 5, 10 damage on. Well, 10 at rend 1. Which you have
4 up.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no, I rolled really bad.
No!
Oh no.
And then you have your 5. I think you have to take ward saves.
Damage? 1 each?
1 each, yeah. I remember that coming up a little bit ago.
Oh no, he takes 4 damage
He's
and
dead.
dies.
He's dead.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. Okay, fine. I got him. I got him. But it's not what I wanted. The disease goes away. Succeeded too much earlier. Well, that should be the end of the turn. All that really happens is I flip that objective to the glorious red flag. Nice, sick, love that. And then I don't get control of this because Nagash has got 10 control. I only have, that guy's maybe 2. I did not purposely want to take that one, but I do finish my battle tactic. It means I get another 8-point turn because I got at least 2 objectives, but not more than Sean because we both have 4 each. All right, not bad. I should probably spread my diseases. Do I want to put the disease on? Oh no, I didn't shoot him with the Rotmire Creed. I guess I'll spread the disease to that guy again. Yep, I'll spread from the monolith, and yeah, I'm not gonna put it on the bird. So let's do the disease roll for the monolith. He takes 2 mortal damage.
Yep.
And then the
Soul Mason
takes 3 mortal damage, which he's got a ward save. And
he takes all 3.
All right, we're back down to 3 on him. That is the end of my turn. I get my 8 points. We're going to go to turn 2 for the Bonereapers. Battle tactic. What's the plan?
Well, I'm going to take some stinky land.
It's fair.
Easiest thing to do. It's just controlling one of the objectives in your territory.
Yeah, one of the terrain ones. So you got this, or this obscuring one. Obscuring one, or obstacle one. I keep forgetting to tell you guys what we're playing the terrain as, but like, it's kind of self-explanatory, I suppose.
Was also thinking about trying to take 2 objectives, but with his potential of redeploy and countercharge over here, it's unlikely. And getting those 2 separate over there would be kind of rough on me.
You could get either one of them, but it would be difficult to get both of them, absolutely, yeah. Plus, this one's a little bit harder to control, allegedly. Now we get to see Nagash, the Supreme Lord of the Undead ability. It is pick a non-hero, a non-unique unit that has been destroyed this game and set up a replacement unit at full, not at half strength or anything, just at full strength, wholly within 12 of him and more than 9 away from the enemy. And it's in the hero phase, so you can still buff them all up with all the nonsense. Right back kind of where they are all supported by the wizards. All right.
Starting with the Bone Tithe Nexus.
It's got 1 health left, by the way.
Yep. On a 4 up. No.
2.
Okay, never mind.
It continues
I was
to
gonna
disappoint.
have their movement characteristic.
Oh wow! You know what? That is very effective, but like numbers wise, very not effective.
Yeah.
Very low number, but big effect. Oh boy, it's hero phase buffing time.
Yep. Start with Soul Mason. His standard of trying to give them strike first.
Makes sense.
+1 to the cast. That is a total of 8, which he only needs a 7.
Yep, you can have that. I only have 2 unbinds, and I think I know what I want to use them on. I say that. I'm like 40% confident what I want to use them on.
Empower weapons. He needs a 4 on the dice.
You have that. I give exploding 5s.
Yep, exploding 5s.
That'll go on the more gases.
That was it for him.
Easy.
All right, going with the Mortison Artifactor now. 3 up. Yep.
Nice.
He is giving them +1 rend.
That's fine.
All right, and then he's going to try to cast an Empower Weapon because there's no reason not to.
Keep it going. He's gonna put that on himself, I guess. Same thing as before.
He'll toss it over on this guy.
The Bone Shaper, okay.
Yep, because the Bone Shaper's going to go over there and wreck some swamp dudes.
Oh yeah, he's going to go kill the swamp mans.
All right, Bone Shaper turn. He's going to try and heal the Soul Mason.
On a 3-up, yes.
Yep, so that just gets rid of the disease.
Yes, so instead of healing, it just removes the disease keyword. That's a heal 3 ability, so it eats up the whole heal.
Yep. And then he's going to try and Empower Weapon.
Yep.
It goes off.
On an 8. All right. Who's getting that?
Well,
They're just trading it back and forth?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, though, you wanted to make sure you got off on him. I understand.
Yeah.
Soul Reaper? Fine, yeah. You got it with a 10. He got it with a 10 there. That's already Empowered Nadrite weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we got the big boy. Full health, ready to cast lots of spells. What are we starting off with?
Let's go ahead and just try and get the manifestation in this time.
Yeah, the one remaining, the Nightmare Predator. You get +2 to cast.
So I need a 4 on the dice.
Okay, that's a 9.
9 total.
I'm gonna try and stop that with this wizard. 10! That's an 8. You have it. You finally got the Nightmare
He's
Predator.
on the board!
Finally, we get the this
He'll be somewhere over here.
He's actually he is my favorite on the spell. Summon it right there. 9 away from my units over here. That's one of his 9 casts. What do we got next?
Next, I'm going to attempt to Drain Vitality.
Yeah.
Luka's favorite spell.
It is actually one of my favorite spells.
That's a 7 total, which is enough for it to cast.
I will try and stop this. That's a 6. All yours. It's going to affect them. That is -1 to their save rolls and
hit rolls.
All right, they're hitting on board.
I don't think the hit's going to matter, hopefully.
No, probably not, sadly. Shardstorm on them as well. The other lore spell. Yep, that's all yours.
Yep, that's a 9.
I got no more unbinds left. Yep.
3 mortal wounds.
I'll take it. I still get my full amount of mortal wounds. Or sorry, ward save. Well, actually, one thing you could do, because he's got so much casting, you can like banish that and then summon it over here if you wanted to. Never mind, it moves. That's not needed then. We're going to put 2 damage on that. One thing that we were, like, I seen some people grumbling, or probably grumbling about, like, you know, he's got 9, wizard powered 9, but he can never actually cast 9 spells. I don't think you can never get him to cast 9 spells in turn, because, like, the way lores and lore manifestations work. He's got his 3 spells from a lore, and then 4 from, like, a lore manifestation. That's, like, what, 8? And then, but the thing is...
Yeah, you can get up to 8, normally.
Yeah.
But then you can also get rid of enemy manifestations.
Correct. He can banish enemy manifestations, cast spells, banish his own manifestations, summon them somewhere else. He's got a lot of flexibility. That's where the Wizard 9 really comes into play.
All right. So, first of all, I'm going to do Empowered Nandrite weapons.
From Nagash.
Oh, look. The Soul Mason gets his powered up weapons.
And then the last spell to cast with Nagash is Invocation of Nagash.
Yep.
Yep.
That goes off on a 9.
I don't have any more unbinds. So
I'll just throw the...
Yeah, it's actually...
Ward.
You have to return 3 like health worth of models to a unit. Like single model units or 3 wound models essentially is your best bet. Give a 5 aboard to someone or do D3 mortal damage to a unit. So we're just going to give that guy a 5 aboard save.
Yep.
Because I don't think you need the extra damage over here, and I think you think that also. So
yeah.
We're on the same page. That's it. I have 3 command points left. I am not going to do a magical intervention because I do want to redeploy and countercharge this turn, I think. Definitely no magical intervention, so we can go right to your movement phase. Which is, yeah.
I'm still going to do the Unstoppable Advance for the +2 inches to movement for everyone.
That's
who's within 12 of the Soul Mason.
Yeah, perfect. Be everyone, not including Nagash, but everyone, all the support characters, all 4 of the support characters,
wholly within 12.
And it's like the wholly within 12 is like up to that peg there. Here come the wizards, the Bone Shaper. Here comes the Ossifactor.
Oh, they should have stayed out.
They're coming on in. And then we have the Reaper and the Soul Mason showing up, or just coming towards my Blight Kings over here. The Shrieker coming into the woods. And no, my Wizard! Come on. Or at least give yourself options.
Yep.
That's it for your moving. I am left with the decision. I'm like, redeploy over here and countercharge, or redeploy over here to make their charge harder in this direction, which is what I want to do, but they're probably still going to die to Nagash. But I think it's better than letting them break out of that area. But the thing is, if I stay here and they charge me on an 8, that means these guys are being pulled this direction, and that kind of gives me a little bit of freedom with these guys where I can redeploy and countercharge that way. So I don't know what the right answer is, but I will be redeploying. If these guys redeploy far away, they could just charge over this way. Then it brings the question, can these guys get them in general? I think... But if they go over there, that's that. And then that means if I redeploy them, maybe Nagash charges this guy. Maybe it's a lot of things to consider. I don't know what the most correct answer is, if I'm to be honest. I'm going to redeploy them. I don't know, my gut's telling me them, and I don't know if that's the right one. I'm going to go, only one though. Didn't matter who I picked. I'm not really gaining much distance there at all. That's it for me. You can go shoot if you got. Yeah, you got shooting. Shrieker.
Shooting at swamp people.
My swamp people, no.
3s to hit.
1 hit.
4 to wound.
A
1 wound. Rend 1.
What's the damage?
D3.
Roll it up.
3.
I would have a 5-up board save, but only a 6-up.
Yep.
Spooks their guts out. 3 die. I'm gonna lose this guy and these 2 guys. So I don't have much shooting, so I'm not going to do that. We can go right to your charging. Question is, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go?
Well, I'm going to start with some of the simple charges.
Over here.
So let's start with the Shrieker.
Shrieker first. Declare charge. Shrieker goes 6.
Yep.
Shrieker is in combat.
I should also specify I'm using his ability. Oh, not his, but choosing him for the Relentless Discipline.
Yeah.
For the +1 to charge for everyone wholly within 12.
Which is pretty much all this stuff.
Yes. So
he's in combat. The next wizard rolls 7, which is in, and the other wizard goes 8. Welcome. Everyone is more than welcome.
The 2 wizards and 2 spells in combat with you.
And then the Morghast do get +1 to the charge, but they are 10-inch charge away, so we're looking for a hard 9 on the Morghast. Destiny says you're in. That's an 11-inch charge. Nagash into the wizard. Oh, yep. Kaboom. Oh, that's not good.
Good coming in.
Ooh, this Soul Reaper coming in would be big. 11! These charges, get out of here. Soul Mason. Okay. Yikes. All right. Soul Mason's actually going to go to the other side here. Makes my counter charge a little bit harder, which I was definitely thinking of. It's still like the Lord of Afflictions getting in there to help out, or these guys, the way they're set up. They're both difficult charges, naturally. So this counter charge is 8 inches to get to that Morghast. We don't love that. This counter charge with Lord of Afflictions is 8, and it gets on the objective. So we're going to go counter charge Lord of Afflictions. It didn't matter who I picked. We got a 4. What is the discipline bonus this turn?
You don't have any penalty to stuff, so I'm going to go with a 5-up ward.
On the Morghast?
In that area.
Oh, that whole area, I understand. That's a
everyone around the Soul Mason.
That works.
It's only a 12-inch aura, but that gets all those guys over there.
I got no fight phase abilities, so it comes to your fight first, guys.
Yep.
All right, just everything to my... I actually don't even get a save. I just have my ward save because they're Rend 3, and I'm only a 4-up save with Drained Soul on me.
Yeah.
Vitality, that is.
So hitting on 3s.
Oh, exploding 5s. At least I see some 1s and 2s, but lots of 5s and 6s. 3 of them.
So I do end up missing 3 times, or 2 times.
Ooh. I don't know if that's going to be enough. For me, that is.
2s to wound.
2s. We're going to pile in a little bit as well. That is 27 ward saves, by the way. So here's 15 out of 27 ward saves. We do get the full 5-up. That's a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Helps out. We're going to take, well, that kills 1, 2, 3 are dead, and then 1 takes the damage. And they are dead. Well, I got 2 to kill 1, and then that kills the other. You know what? Even without an armor save, I almost lived. Do all get to explode. That is going to be 15 dice against the Morghast. Die, Morghast. Not bad. That's 5 mortal wounds. Mortal damage. I mean 6. 5 ward. Okay, you still got you're still alive. Still alive. It was your fight first, and then you get to fight with Nagash, and a bunch of dudes get to pile in. Doesn't have to be Nagash. We have all these fights over here as well. The Shrieker's gonna go?
Yep. It is hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. They hit. Does not explode though.
Oh yeah.
And 4s. 2 at Rend 1.
And roll the damage up.
4 damage.
4 damage. I only have a 6-up board. Got 5 guys left. That's what we got. Just the champion. Right, let's get these guys out of here. We're left with just the champion. I'm not going to attack with the champion. They've done their job. I'll let him die. I'll attack with my sorcerer in a Nagash. We'll defy the god of death. There you go. He's 3 attacks. He hits twice. He wounds once. There's a random 1. You got a 4-up save. Perfect. Of course. I'd love to get a little bit of damage in there. 3 damage. Eat that, Nagash. He's got 15 wounds left. Then we're going to go to your Bone Shaper attacking. He does have exploding 5s. That's going to be an extra hit there.
So, turns into 3 hits.
1 wound?
Nope.
Nothing.
Wounds on 4s.
Oh, let's go Rutbringer. Let's go Rutbringer champion. Let's go Swamp Man. Go for the Bone Shaper. I hit him 3 times. I wound him 1 time. No rend.
4 up. He's fine.
Oh, excellent.
Bird's going to try and kill off that champion.
Bird gets the honor.
1 hit. 1 wound, rend 1.
1 damage, D3.
3 damage.
3 damage. I am going to die, and then I'm going to remember at this point that I have to do my explosions. They're only 1 wound each. I'll forget about the ones earlier because I don't really care about the bird.
Oh, 4 of them would go on this thing.
Correct, yeah. So 4 into the Shrieker for 3 mortal damage, which he wards 2 of them.
So it takes 1.
And then into the bird. Nothing. All right, easy enough. And there goes the Rotbringers. Then...
Nagash, I'm going to start with Alakanash.
The Staff of Power!
3s.
Uh-oh.
And 3s.
I hope I live. I don't
3 saves.
I'm gonna go right through.
So 3d6.
Oh God.
So 13? Only 13.
Okay, 13 saves. Oh, it's pretty good. I think I'm still dead though. That's 4. Yeah, just by 1. There we go. You explode on Nagash here. Let's go. I only get to roll 4 dice though. I'll reroll that. 2 mortal damage. Just 2 mortal damage. 5 aboard.
He'll take 1 more.
He's taking 4. Boom. Then those that didn't fight get to pile in still. That way you can get the objective back for yourself. Then the 1 character, or 2 characters over here actually, snagging this objective away from me too. Fine. Even though the control's down to 1, it's good enough. I got 0 on there. This is a blue day. We're going to try and hopefully make this a red day. I just have to get through a nasty priority roll though. For those swap over, I technically we do our end of turn abilities. He doesn't have Hand of Dust on any targets. I got to spread disease and stuff like that. So I will spread disease from this, which should only affect the Morghast there. So they will be diseased, and then I will make it flare up. Roll for the the piece of the terrain. It's dead! Yeah! It finally crumbled and eroded to nothing. What a ridiculous mechanic. And then the Morghast. 2 mortal damage. They have a 5 up ward.
6 up.
6 up ward. Nice. Oh, it's only for the combat phase for the 5 up, eh? Nice.
Yeah.
So we destroy 1 of them, and then the unit takes the damage. Slowly clearing up the battlefield. Well, that can go right to your scoring, which is going to be 10 points again, because you got your battle tactic, which is this terrain piece. And you have a majority of the objectives on the board. Simple as that. Not a bad turn. So you are currently winning by 4 victory points overall.
Yep.
Oh, did you want to burn?
I think I'll burn 1.
Which one would you like to burn? Burn the one under Nagash here?
Yep, Nagash is just absorbing the power of the objective underneath him.
Rude. That leaves us with 7 objectives left, and we got a priority roll where I would love to keep it. Love to keep it. Hate to lose it. A 3. Oh, okay. You would be able to take a battle tactic, sure, but like I got very few pieces to play with here, so we're trying to make it work. All of that in mind, I definitely will take the turn, because I already know what I generally want to do on the turn. Ooh, before going on, we did forget this guy wanted to declare a charge into the sorcerer. We're going to quickly resolve that, because it doesn't matter. All right, it did matter. That was an 8. It wouldn't have changed too much. It wouldn't mean they fight back and forth. They would have fought it, and then they just would have been stuck in combat with it. It means that obviously it leaves me with less options, but that would have been the natural state of it anyways. Well, Maggotkin turn 3. Choose for this objective back here as the underdog to be protected by me. It'll reduce your control by 5 for each enemy unit, down to 1 minimum. But I do have to have a unit nearby it still, which is the rough part. But hopefully, I don't know what I'm hoping for. I hope something. My battle tactic is going to be attack on 2 fronts, which is to take 2 objectives away from Sean's forces, or take 2 objectives I didn't control earlier. One of them at least has to be under your control. The plan is to take this one and this one on my upcoming turn. If that works out, if I'm able to wrestle control of these elements on my turn, that will be a 10-point turn for me, which is get me back in the game. I'll be 2 points behind, and hopefully you're still left with a lot of easy battle tactics is the problem. So it's going to be hard to keep up. In my hero phase, I kind of want... I don't know if I need Ravaged and Gnashing Jaws down, or if I'd rather just banish this thing. He does have a unique rule where he just gets set back up on the battlefield. Where does he get set up again?
Within 12 of the caster, more than 9 from enemies, and is on a 4 up at the end of the turn.
Gotcha, you get to even on banish. So maybe I'll just go for a I guess I could try and banish a Shrieker just to get it up. Are they both banishment 7+?
Yep.
I'll go for the Shrieker, I guess. No, not quite. I wasn't going to get whatever I cast anyways. I have nothing else to do in the hero phase. We're going to rally these guys. Okay, they're going to...
Well, I got really lucky last turn.
Was that 1 in 64? Okay, well that gives me the option just to explode. It won't hit NAGASH, but it will hit both these wizards when I spread that disease. That was very, very unlucky. I am going to go into the movement phase where I think, well, these guys are just going to, they're going to run 5. I'm going to go a nice healthy distance up and around this way. And
Cowards.
no, they are smart bugs. Look at them go. They're listening very well to the orders. I'd like to try and kill these wizards off, but then you can just countercharge. So I think we're going to run these guys 3 back this way. Just coming way back here. We're gonna just hunker down on that. Otherwise, I just have these guys to go up here. Buzzing up and around this way. This wizard moved 4, but I'm probably gonna run him because I don't know what else he's gonna do. No, I won't run him. Maybe I'll get some weird like long charge in there. That way he can go back that way if I need him to if he fails. We're gonna redeploy 6
on the Morghast.
Oh, they're gonna hunt down those Vikings. Oh yeah, they're on the hunt for sure. Oh, they're gonna spread away and keep the disease away. Okay, that works too. That works too. There you go. Okay, well that means they're safe from disease. I understand. I like that. Shooting. I don't have any. We can go right to charging, and that is all up here. Do our Lord of Afflictions first. 8 inches. Nice. He'll land comfortably in there. The buddies along with him will go 7. Leaves room for the wizard to get in there if I roll high enough on him. 6 is not going to do it. That's about 3. Probably not. A 7 at least to make it in. That will be it for my charging. Do you have any counter charges? No counter charging. A little too far away. So we can go right to fighting. Which will be over here only. A couple random ones. He has an ability when he charges. I choose himself and up to 2 other Blightlord units to charge, and all their bug mounts get extra rend. But when these guys are fighting on an objective that they don't control, Relentless Pursuit or Relentless Push, they also get extra rend. So their bugs are rend 2, and his is rend 1. And then he has a Vectors of Disease or Contagion. I pick 3 units I'm in combat with, which will be the 2 wizards and the bird, and they take D3 mortal damage on a D3 roll of a 2-up. So I'll choose the Bone Shaper first. He's okay. The Ossifactor is taking 2 mortal damage.
6s. Yep, he takes 2.
And then the bird suffers no mortal damage either. They're okay. And then you have combat phase abilities you could do as well.
Yep. The Bone Shaper is going to give an aura of 5-up ward.
Yep, the Relentless Point. That makes sense. I will fight first with the Lord of Affliction, and I'm going to put all of his attacks into the Bone Shaper. Put everything in the Wizard. Here's Fester, Spike, his Trident. Not hitting on 2s. And 3s to wound. These are rend 1. I just rend 1.
All right, 5-up save.
Ooh, that's 6 damage. 3 per on the charge. And ward.
5-up ward.
Oh, there you go. You take 3.
He has 2 left.
2 left. And then his Rotfly is 6 attacks on 4s. 3s to wound. And 1 wound at rend 1 because of his ability.
5-up. Damage.
And a ward, just 1. Ward. Ooh,
he's good.
He's still alive. And then your pick. Bird is next. Attacking my Blightlords.
Hits on 4s.
That's a good start. Half.
Yeah. Wounds on 2s. 2 at rend 1.
Rend 1. What the heck is their save? Probably not that.
D3 damage each. So 4 damage.
Ward. Oh, 6-up ward actually. Okay, yep, I take 3. Not too bad. And then we're going to attack with these bugs. I definitely want to take out the Ossifactor. Keep it simple. I'm going to put the bug attacks into the Ossifactor, and then the scythes on the top into the bird. It's a weird rule. Bugs get rend 4. These are 4s to hit. These are into the Ossifactor, 3s to wound. 4 at rend 2, 1 damage. Oh, he is gonna live. Huh. All right.
He lives with 1 wound left.
Not too bad. And then we're gonna attack the bird. I tried to attack the Shrieker, but I couldn't quite reach it. These are 4s to, or 3s to hit. And then these wound the bird 3 times. Those are rend 1.
6s, I think.
Those are 6 damage in total. So he's got his ward, which is 4 additional damage. Is he dead? He's got 1 on him.
Yep.
Still alive, eh?
Yep, he has 2 health left.
Couldn't kill anything over there. Attacking with the
Ossifactor. Over here.
Lord of Afflictions.
4s.
I'd recommend it. He heals D6 at the end of the turn. If you want to hit them, yeah. That's a good roll.
So 5 hits.
Yeah, 5 hits on my Blightlords. Yikes.
And 4s.
2? No rend. Those are 4-ups. Oh, we're good.
Okay.
I'll take this objective, and I'll take the objective on the far end over there to complete the battle tactic, and it'll give me a majority of the objectives, but I do have to spread my diseases. I'll choose to spread it. I'm going to spread it to the Bone Shaper, and then I will have it rack with disease go off, and then all the diseased elements are just those Morghast, and the Bone Shaper are going to take mortal damage on the 3-up. I'll do the Bone Shaper first. Ah, he's good. And then the Morghast over there are also good. I did a lot of damage early on. It's starting to slow down a little bit. That's going to take us to the bottom of turn 3. I get 10 points. So as long as... I mean, if Sean gets 8 points on this turn, I'll still be down by 2. So we'll see. It's going to come down to turn 4 or 5, but I am absolutely running out of gas in the Maggotkin list. Technically haven't really killed anything yet, as I've done 3 turns of the game. But we're getting there, we're working on it. All right, 2-year battle tactic. What are we thinking?
Inevitable demise.
All right.
It requires me to have 2 units wholly within your territory and more than 9 inches away from any enemy units.
Well, I've cleared out of my territory, so that's a-okay for death. That's pretty good. You got 4 units in my territory, not anywhere near my stuff. They're probably going to go mess them up or try to.
Yep.
And then a couple things. Well, he's probably going to take this back too, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that's probably the most likely play.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got to figure out your big. You know what? Let's do your hero. We'll do your hero phase. We'll come back after everything's said and done. So we summarizing the hero phase. The Bone Shaper healed the Ossifactor with his Bone Shaper ability successfully, healing him down to 1 damage taken. And then the Ossifactor cast empower his own Nazarite weapons.
Yep.
I tried to. Oh, and then he cast Drain Vitality.
Yep, Drain Vitality.
Which I tried to stop with my wizard, but I failed by 1, so it was very close. We have Drain Vitality on them, and then that's everything resolved there. On this side,
these 3 units got empowered Nandrite weapons.
Yeah, it's kind of chaining it down the line.
Yep. And then these guys also got the 5-up ward save and the strikes first.
Yep, so that was the invocation of Nagash for the ward save, and then strikes first is just the strikes first ability. I can't remember what that one's from.
That is from the Soul Mason.
That's right, the Soul Guy.
They do not have the +1 rend, because that is from the Ossifactor over here.
It's too far away for that right now. I could magically intervene for a command point. And we're going to attempt a rally over here, actually. Oh, there you go. So it's going to heal 1, and oh yeah, you only have the 1 heal. So it fixes the disease and heals them as well. And brings Sean down to 1 command point. I'm going to try and summon... the Gnashing Jaws. Oh, we got a 10. Nice. Well, I got a 9. Sorry, I got a 9, actually. But... oh, we got the Gnashing Jaws.
Yeah.
I have to summon those right there, because they count as enemy units because they move around and whatnot.
So I'm going to stick with the Unstoppable Advance for the 2 extra inch movement, going from the Soul Mason
To affect Nagash and the
Morghast.
And then I assume Nagash is going this way.
Yep.
And the Morghast are going that way.
Yep. And probably with the Soul Reaper as well, just for a little extra insurance. Movement.
All right, so the Morghast push up, Soul Reaper following behind. Soul Mason going to protect this objective over here.
And Nagash.
Oh yeah, and then Nagash is going to mosey on over to here. Whoosh. What's he move? 12? Yeah.
Yeah, 12 with the...
so he doesn't need to have the double or run. He's just going to hang out over there. Take his 4 wounds with him. Oh yeah. And some of the movement over here. The Nightmare Predator is creeping up on the Sorcerer. And then all this death stayed in combat, but the Bone Shrieker moved over that way to get near the objective. I'm going to try a redeploy. Maybe I'll get lucky on these Maggotkin over here. Maybe just roll a really low roll and fail the forward to victory. 2. That's where they're going to end up. That'll be it for movement. I don't think there's any shooting. Bone Tie Shrieker. Yep, that's right.
Yep, it's going to shoot the injured guy.
Oh, yeah. This guy right there.
Hitting on 3s.
Oh, there you go. He finally hit well.
Wounding on 4s. 1 at Rend 1.
Effectively Rend 2 because of Soul Drain. That's a fail. How much damage, D3? It's 3 and only a 6-up ward. 6 I take 2 damage. 2 more damage. I got 3 damage I can take before it goes down. Now we're on to charges. We're doing Morghast.
Morghast over here.
Yeah, they're in.
And I'm doing...
yeah, we're going to declare the +1 charge over here, but they definitely get it with a 10. The Soul Reaper is going to try and follow up with an 8. He'll probably make it in as well, yep.
No, that's a 9.
Oh, he'll need a 9. Do you want to re-roll to get him in there with a...
no.
Just go with the Morghast, yep. I need some miracle where I just somehow win this fight. And then we're going with the Bone-Tied Shrieker. He's going to roll a 4. He's just 3 away. Just over here. And the Predator. Let's see what he gets. 6. Wizard. Declare the 5-up ward save for the discipline over here before I do my mortal wounds to everyone.
Yep.
Him nearby. Vectors of foulest contagion. I'm going to choose 3 units. It's going to be the 2 wizards and the bird, I guess. We'll leave the Nightmare Shrieker alone for now. We'll start with the Bone Shaper. We'll suffer no damage. The Ossifactor will take 2 mortal damage. He's got a 5-up ward right now.
He takes it.
2. And then the bird suffers no damage. These guys have fights first.
Yep. I'm going to spend 1 CP for all-out attack.
I'll try to all-out defense. So we got a 2-up save and you're at Ren 2. They do have exploding 5s. Lots of hits. And these are 2s to wound, as they're always 2s to wound.
Yeah.
Not really anyone's. 11 wounding hits. I have a 2-up save currently, but they're Ren 2, so 4s. Okay, it's not the best, not the worst. These are 3 damage each still.
Yep.
Oh, I'll do this 3 times. So I'll take, I do have a 5, so I have 5 damage so far. And then, reroll that one. 5, so 10, 11 damage. And 12, 13, 14, 15 damage. The unit is dead.
Oh.
Brutal. They're all going to go back and try and do some damage to him with their 15 health characteristics. And we deal 3 mortal damage back. And you have a 5-up ward because of Nagash's invocation. Oh, 2 damage. They're sitting pretty. It's just the 2 fresh damage, and then that is them out of here as well. All right, that is 3 for 3 on Blight King sweeping with them. They're super strong, fully buffed. I tore through the first unit relatively easy, but I'm not catching that same luck on the second round here. Then you get to pick someone to fight with.
Going with the bird, I believe.
Bird it is. What this bird can do.
All right, hitting on 4s.
Okay.
And it's into the squad.
Yeah.
Wounding on 2s.
3 of them.
Rend 1, essentially Rend 2.
6s to save. 3d3 damage. Oh, that's a lot.
8
Bird with the 8 damage. Only a 6-up ward. Oh, that's bad. So I got 5 on it. So that destroys the 1 and puts 5 damage on the next one.
Which one do you want to kill?
We'll kill this guy. That way we can show the objective off. Kaboom, kaboom. And then the bird. And I only get to throw 4 dice at the bird, but the bird takes 2 mortal damage. And does it live?
6-up ward? It dies from that.
We finally got the bird. Not bad. So the Lord of Afflictions is going to pile into the Bone Shaper here. It doesn't matter. You can stay right where he is. I am going to put his... I'll put everything into the Ossifactor, I suppose. Do I want to do that? Okay, well, they're both at 2 wounds. Let's just I'll split them up. I'll do the Trident into the Bone Shaper, and I'll do the bug attacks into the Ossifactor. 4 attacks with the Trident. 3s and 3s. Yeah, 3s and 3s. 2 wounds at Ren 1 into the Bone Shaper.
5 ups.
That's 4 damage into the Bone Shaper.
I need to pass 3 of these.
Does he die? He dies.
He dies.
We kill the Bone Shaper. I just forgot on a 4-up. I'm supposed to make the Nexus fight last. Not that it has fought yet, but just in case. And the bug attacks into the Ossifactor. Ooh, okay, bug is feeling average. 3 wounds, no rend. Only on the charge do you get rend with the bugs.
Whoops.
Ooh, 2 potential damage. Could kill him. It does kill him.
It does kill him.
All right, we got both of them. Not bad. All right, my poor wizard.
Nightmare Predator. Hitting on 4s. He's not that scary.
Oh, the first time we got to see him fight.
Wounding on 2s.
That's a wound.
Rend 2.
Okay, what's the damage?
2.
All right, ward saves it is then. I take 2. Said the ability of the Nightmare Predator is he's hard to get rid of. He like 50-50 comes back unless you kill the wizard. I will go with this bug attacking into the Shrieker. 4 attacks with the Rider. And 2 at random 1. No, only 1 damage though.
Nope, they go through. Damage. Yeah, takes 2.
2 damage. Then we have the bug force to hit. Not bad. Only 2 of them. Well, not great either. No rend, 1 damage. Just 1 damage. All right, another damage. 4 on the Shrieker.
Go back into the bug. Hitting on 3s, so I'll hit.
Okay, that's a good start.
Wounding on 4s.
What's a weird profile?
2 wounds. Rend 1.
6s then because of the belts. Ooh, 1 gets through. D3.
2.
I'll live. I do. I just take 1 more damage. I got just these guys. So let's see what this Ravaged Gnashing Jaws can do. Nom, 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 nom. I would love to kill this guy. Much, much, much better on the charge. But if we can get lucky and destroy this. 4s to hit. And then 3s to wound, or maybe even 2s to wound. Don't roll 2s. Oh, and a bunch of 1s. Didn't matter. 1 damage each with a rend of 1 on the Predator. I assume he's got a ward save. Most of these things do.
Alright, he takes 2.
And then my Wizard. 4 attacks with the Wizard Staff. 1 hit, 3 to actually wound. Nothing. How many wounds does this thing have? I was curious.
7.
Oh, okay. Not even remotely close. That will bring it to the end, where I can spread a disease. You get that one back, and you take the other one. Boom. Boom. Very good turn for the Bonereapers. It'll be actually technically mathematically impossible to come back from that one with what I have left. So that'll be the end of the game there. Well, I just got bugs that are going to... Or even if I was to able to get a bunch of... I could still get...
A 10-point.
I can still get 10-point turns, but there's not much excitement left. It's just me floating on objectives and running away. But you're also going to be getting 10-point turns, and I'm already down by 4 points. So I'll play it out for sure for people curious. But I'll inflict a disease on that guy and see if it flares up. He takes 3 mortal damage on the Shrieker.
Yeah, takes 2.
6.
Has 1 wound left.
Ooh, very close. Everything else over here is healed. So, at the end of Sean's turn, he gets 10 points for doing the death one, where he has 2 units in my territory, more than 9 away from the enemies. I have 0 units in my territory. It's vacated as of right now.
Hey,
then,
I only have manifestations in mine.
That's true. We've just abandoned our territories completely. I assume you don't want to burn any of these.
No.
You're better off just keeping them and scoring them, as we've just changed deployment zones. We've pretty much, haven't really tabled each other. We did a lot of damage. These guys coming back, but we've swapped sides. And we both have access to a lot of easy battle tactics that are still doable, especially the Chaos ones as well. Well, not especially, but the Chaos ones as well. This was your turn, right? Yeah, this was your turn. Yeah, that'll put you 4 points ahead at the end of this turn. I'm curious to see what priority looks like going into the next one. I got a 2. I don't even... Yeah, that's true. That's funny. On my turn, my quick battle tactic... necessarily have... I have, 1 guaranteed one I can do is take their land, and then I would be able to get these 2 objectives, so that would give me 10 points. And then you would go and you have
the flank.
You would go for the flank one, and then you would grab that objective back probably for 10. Even if you got 8 points, it's
actually
still...
I don't think I could do that one while doing the flanks.
Oh, true. Well, even if you get 8, and then the last one is you just kind of converge back on the middle and get 8 again, and that's, even if I don't get another 10, that's still a tie.
Yep.
We'll play out my turn nice and quick here.
There's still a possibility of a draw.
Yeah, I'm going to do a do not waver as my battle tactic. I have to have 2 of my units attack and not lose anyone. So pretty sure the easiest thing for me to do here is I'll go to casting. The spell I'm going to cast is Fleshy Abundance to try and heal this Blight Lord, if I get it. I do get it. You might as well stop it with on a 12, though, but you never know.
Nope, it goes.
That does heal him D3 damage. Oh, 3. So he's only got 3 damage on him. That gives me a little bit of flexibility. Would you like to cast anything? Because I don't think I have any more hero phase abilities. And no magical interference. I'm going to go right to movement. If you could just move those flies onto that objective, I'll run them. Send them 5 plus 8, 13 inches. Just kind of keep them on the far away from your stuff. And yeah, let's go. I don't want to engage anything nasty there. How many wounds? This thing's got not a lot of wounds left. So I actually have to...
That's had 1 wound.
I have to retreat with this guy because he has that starter combat phase ability that could kill it. And I need to actually physically attack with my pieces. So my Lord of Afflictions is going to retreat and suffer... Yeah, you reduce my ward save, so he takes the damage. He's going to retreat to the objective. He'll take his 1 damage. This guy's going to retreat and take 3 damage, but he's got a ward save and takes 2 more damage. He's just going to retreat forward this direction. I think that's it for my movement, because again, those guys moved over there. Sean moved them for me. I'm going to go into combat, and I have to go... Well, I don't have to go with him first, but I'm pretty sure this guy's not going to kill Ravaged Gnashing Jaws, so we'll see if this guy can take out the Bone Tithe Shrieker. Got 4 attacks with his mount. Sorry, not the mount, but the rider. 2 at Ren 1.
6s.
And then just 1 damage each.
Yeah, you kill it.
Got him. Got the Shrieker. Very good. And then you get to go with the Nightmare Predator. Go Nightmare Predator.
4s.
And the spell stuck in a fight. Let's go. Those all hit.
2s.
There's 3 ones. Rend of
2.
4 damage. It goes right through his armor. He's got his ward as well. He takes 4. All right, Ravaged Gnashing Jaws. There we go. Boom. I'm going to fight with Ravaged Gnashing Jaws. Why not? Hitting on 4s or 3s? Probably 4s. And 2s to wound. Oh, there's 4 ones. Red 1. And just 1 damage each. 2 more damage on the Predator. He's got 3 wounds left. It's the end of my turn, so I flip every single one of those objectives down the way, and I do not waver. I fought with 2 of my units, and I didn't lose anything, so that's a 10-point turn for me. And then we go to the Bonereaper turn 4. I'm going to try and banish this right away in the hero phase.
6? I don't think does it.
I'm going to double check. I think he's a banishment 7. He's a 7. Some are 6, some are 7. We do have to... What was your battle tactic for this turn?
Take the flanks.
Yeah, so just have guys within 6
Within 6 of the edges. Yeah, that's not going to be too hard.
That's easy enough. Gotcha. I'm going to rally your wizard over here. He's going to heal 2 of his damage. He's only got 1 damage on him. Gash is going to try and kill this thing with 1 single war. Nope. No. And then an invocation of Nagash.
Yes.
With +2 probably. For
1 mortal wound.
1 mortal damage. He takes another damage on him. He's at 5 out of 10.
And drain vitality. Yay.
I'll try and stop that one, I guess. Why not? Oh, okay. There's that double 6 again. I got one of those earlier.
First one for the Screamer.
He's going to bring the Screamer back.
And
the other
bird.
One. Bird and Screamer are back in play.
Then I'm
going to summon there.
Yep. And then I'm going to just empower their weapons over there. That goes off from the +1.
Yep. That's a 4 to a 5.
And that's all you need for empowering.
All right, there you go. You haven't miscast anything. We just used, Sean just pointed out off camera, I haven't rolled a single miscast. He's been casting like 9 spells, 10 spells a turn, Yeah,
and not a single miscast yet, which...
This is your 4th turn of doing it, so it's about, almost 40 spells and no miscasting. That's pretty good. Not bad. That's not bad at all.
Nagash also really doesn't care about miscasting.
He does have a new rule where he doesn't really care about miscasting as much anymore. Like, literally. I think all he loses is his +2 to cast, but he can keep casting more spells.
He does take the damage still, though.
Oh, okay, that's true too, any other spells you want to cast?
No.
All right, I am going to rally my Sorcerer over there, just to kind of keep him in play a little bit. You never know if I'll need him later. I have 4 damage on him. I'll have 2 damage on him. I'll go down to 3 command points and go with Fleshy Abundance. I'll Magical Intervention to try and cast Fleshy Abundance. With a -1, we fail.
Prep to take one of those.
So we're going to move them up, get a model within 6, but threaten to take those for your turn 5. We're going to have these guys postured. They're not going to go to the middle right away, but they're going to stay far enough away that they can just like run onto it for an inch if they need to, or just walk onto it. And then Nagash is going to come over here to deal with Ravaged Gnashing Jaws.
Get this flank.
Yeah. So we got them going over there. We got these 2 wizards just posturing for the middle of the board. And we got Nagash way over on this flank. We're good to go to shooting. Do we have, what's the range on that thing's shooting attack?
12.
All right,
it's going to shoot.
Gnashing Jaws. We're attacking at the Gnashing Jaws. 4s and 2s?
4s and 4s, I thought. No, 3s and 4s. But still, missed.
All right. 2 more hits on that. You got 2 3s you pulled out. There we are.
All right, 2 wounds.
What was the rend on that bad boy?
Rend 1.
6 up saves, and then D3 damage?
4 damage.
I passed one of my saves, so it'll just be 2 damage.
2 damage.
Yep. Oh, no damage.
Okay, no damage.
I don't want to redeploy anything, nor am I going to shoot. So we're going to go ahead and charge with Nagash. Sure, good enough. Fight the Gnashing Jaws. That'll be the only charge. They're going to stay there to protect the middle for later. And we don't have anything fancy to do, so we can go right to your fighting over here. Nagash first.
Alakanash. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s.
2, rend 2 at least, I assume? Yep, right to damage.
7 damage.
Ooh. Just destroys the Gnashing Jaws. This guy, he reduces my ward rolls by 1, so my 6s would become 7s. And that means I cannot pass, and that destroys him. Kaboom. That will conclude the turn. There's no more fighting. I don't have any fighting to do. I didn't really want to countercharge. You get 8 points.
Did I hold at least 2, but no more. And I did get my battle tactic.
That does make the game a little bit closer where you have a 2-point lead. If I get another 10-point turn, or you get another 8-point turn on this last turn, which we'll figure out in a second, it'll be a little bit tighter, but I'll show you the final score on turn 4. All right, this is the final score before we go to turn 5. I'm at 36, and you're at 38. So the last turn here, we got a priority roll. Who's it gonna be? I don't think you can afford to take it, but because if you do, you can only get 60. Then you just, we're at the point where you can't take it. So I'll take it. I just pretty much end my turn because I'm on a majority of the objectives and I do take their land. I'm going to position like a character here-ish to try to deny take the center, but that's not the only battle tactic you can do. Yeah, they're all gonna creep up here. All my pieces are kind of throwaway pieces. I don't really need them too much, but I have to make it so you can't just willy-nilly take a couple of things either. What I have to kind of do, because I can't stop Nagash from getting this unless I put a model where he can't land and then charge and not kill it. If that makes any sense. Otherwise, if I just leave it open, you just said he at the doubles, right? Like the back of his base will be right where my guy is. So I need to have this guy kind of lingering right here. But I also need some OC on the objective just in case. So I kind of want to put this guy here, I guess. And then the land I want to take is going to be that piece of terrain, that obstacle.
Slightly more this way if you'd rather.
Yeah, I'll run the bugs. They're just going to go, yeah, just that way-ish. They want to be able to, like, kind of ward this area off a little bit. This dude is going to, yeah, he'll stay... I'll advance him, but then, yeah, I'm just going to advance him. An extra 3. Just send him 3 more. He'll just go to about here. That's about as best I could do. They're going to end up there for take the land, and, yeah. It's a little out of order, but I got to figure out this guy's spell. I either want to try and banish him, and maybe I get lucky on the 50-50, or I just Fleshy Abundance something, and like maybe he just charges in, and maybe he just tries to take him out. He's got 7 wounds.
Yep, so he has 3 left.
I'll go with a Fleshy Abundance. We fail. We need 7s. Rally this guy as well, just to heal him back up to full. Be careful with him, because if I can't use him to fight this guy, because then Nagash then Sean can do Slay the Entourage and target that guy and just kill him. So he has to like disappear. So that's why I'm trying to rally him in case something weird can happen. So then my movement phase, just to finalize it, we're going to keep this guy back here. Probably not going to move you because I want to try and stop this. But then we also realize that Sean can just do Not Waver, attack with 2 units and not have anything die. And that's probably his easiest bet, because I can, I could probably stop Deny the Center. Maybe if I have enough, I have just enough health there in general. But you could probably just fight with 2 things somewhere and have something not die. Because I don't think I've had enough hitting power to one-shot a unit that you want to commit to combat. Especially if it's like, I don't know, Nagash. Well, Nagash is kind of far, but like...
Well, Nagash can probably come up here and fight your wizard.
Yeah, I'd say Nagash goes to fight the wizard.
And then those guys fight the bugs.
I think that's your best bet.
But those guys will have to do it and try and take that out.
If they're fighting the bugs, they're probably taking that objective. I'll probably end up countercharging with him. But I don't think I have enough punch to take them out. But at least it's a pretty interesting ending. And at the end of my hero phase, he wants to rally these guys to full just in case they don't die, to kind of plan for that turn. So you're down to 3, I'm down to 3. That's the end of my turn. I got really nothing else. There might be something I could do, but there's a lot of angles. And like, Sean has 4 battle tactics that are all relatively easy for him to do. And it's hard for me to stop every single one of them. With that in mind, I'll have my turn. I'll get my 10 points. I got all of the objectives on that side, and I took their land. So I'm pretty pleased with that outcome. It's almost a perfect game for me, but not as perfect as Sean's might be. It's a smart move. I'll burn that objective that I'm on. That might deny you a little bit of options. That way, if no matter what objective I lose, I'm losing majority anyways. It doesn't matter if I go from 3 to 2. I've already scored on my points. So that'll be it. That's what I'll do. Kind of planned out Sean's turn here. We're going to go with Take the Center, I think. It still works out kind of nicely.
So these 2 things are just going to move around a little bit. Charge into them so they can't countercharge.
And then just going to walk up to the middle.
These 2 walk up. They need to roll a 1 on each advance.
He rolled 1 too low on his advance to stay near the middle. He is that far off. Half an inch off of kind of being stubbornly in the middle, which is okay. I mean, if I rolled 1 higher on the advance, I would have rolled 1 higher on the advance. We put the bird. We thought, you know what, I could just redeploy on the middle, but if we put the bird right there, just 3 away from me, right where the center is, I have to redeploy like around the bird, and that won't get me any closer to the center. So not much I could really do on a redeploy. I might still redeploy something to scuff up a plan, because I gotta try.
I think you're healed. They
go over to that one. And actually, no, he only heals if he's near disease. He like absorbs the diseases of enemies nearby and heals. So they take that objective, that's all done. You don't really have to worry about this stuff because they've already done their job. So it comes down to me redeploying one of these, and I'm trying to think of a way it could mess things up. So I have 3 command points left. I could redeploy the plague drones back there. And then 5 inches. I don't want to go the full 5. I just want to make it a difficult charge for the bird. We're gonna back up with the plague drones there. Then we'll try. I have 2 command points left for like some weird bonkers counter charge.
Then like
Nightmare Predator's going over this way. Whoosh. And then just in case you need someone on the objective, yeah. After Nagash moves up, the Shrieker shot at my Lord of Affliction. He did a damage. Got 1 damage through on the D3. And I failed my ward. We're good to charge. Where do you want to charge?
Can charge with him real quick.
It's a
5.
That's good enough. Just getting the tail end on him over here.
Yep.
Yeah, you want him to, when he piles in, he can only pile in towards this guy. And doesn't want to.
And he'll declare a charge. 7 is not enough, I don't believe.
Okay. And then it leads me to my, do you want to declare any other charges? I can counter charge. I essentially made this a weird, like, whoever rolls a better 8-inch charge.
Let's see how the charge goes over here.
Yeah, we got Nagash over here charging. Yep, he'll go
7.
beat up my sorcerer. Can he clear it on the other side with 7?
No.
No, he's got to hit him in the front. Yeah, that doesn't, Nagash isn't able to sneak through on this side.
But he can charge.
Kill him and Nagash can pile in. Yeah, so many. This is a tight game. You know what? All things considered, pretty tight game. You leave my wizard alone. I hope you don't kill him with the predator. I have to do my counter charge here, and if I roll an 8, I can get to the bird. I do, actually.
Oh, no, you needed a 10.
What if I charge the bird, though?
Oh, the bird?
Yeah, so I think that's we just can't, like, if you didn't make the 8-up, then I can make it 8-up. Yeah, so we're just rolling whoever can do a better 8-up charge. So we'll make it into the bird, and that will deny the battle tactic. If it will only deny it if these guys aren't dead. Oh, sorry, they're getting. Hang on, I'm gonna go right towards the bird.
Oh shoot! I should have just still put them on that.
Oh, the bird.
That's what the bird.
You still could. Still could. You still could. Because I didn't roll a 10. If I got a 10, I can go for them.
Do you remember what I rolled for the bird?
7. Exactly a 7.
So it'd be like so.
Boom.
His butt would be there.
Yep. And then I will go to here with my guy. So one guy goes half an inch.
Yep.
And then the other guys can do the full. I rolled a 9. They go 9 inches this direction. So the one guy gets there. They'll get over here. And then we're going to roll out combat, but I might be able to accomplish what I needed there. There was yeah. Let's see if we can empower their weapons. We're only going back and doing things if they're relevant. So that guy, yep, they both get it.
And then
I have no way to stop it.
What else?
And then we're going to put a strikes first up with the Soul Mason. Oh, didn't get it. All right. He's got to do his, he does like mortal wounds to those 2 things. That doesn't matter. I'm not going to kill them with that. And then we just do you choose who fights first, and then I will get to fight. Soul Reaper. We'll pile in and strike some buggies. Oh, that's not a bad way of doing it. Get into both, yep.
An all-out attack on him?
Yep, all-out attack. You got 2 left. I have nothing left after all my maneuvers. These are
so hitting on 3s.
Trees. Oh, wow, good. Didn't even need it. And wounding on... Oh, yeah, exploding. Lots of hits.
Wounding on 3s.
It's a pretty good roll.
4 at -2, run 2.
Oh, I don't think it's going to burn right through their armor. That's going to be 8 damage, which is 6 upwards. They're 5 health each. That's going to destroy one of them and put a damage on another. We're going to lose the banner because I don't think the OC matters at all. All right, we'll lose that guy, and then I will pick to fight. I mean, I'll just go with them anyways. That's all that really matters, I suppose. That fight over there doesn't matter because you're going to get that objective over there. So none of that matters to me. These guys are going to pile into this guy onto the other side of them. I'm going to pile this bug 3 that way and this guy about half an inch that way because I can't leave combat with the bird. We're still in combat with the bird over there. And then the Soul Mason can... Oh, I guess I'll attack the... I don't know. I guess I'll attack the Soul Mason just in case I kill him. And you got 5
the +1 wound is better.
Your +1 wound is better?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Did you wound on everything with the Soul Reaper guy then?
I think so.
Good. There are 2 Noxious Plague Sword guys. One's the champion over here. That's a crit mortal. And 2 actual hits with a 3 to wound. No rend.
4 ups. Okay. So
it's a total of 2 damage with a ward.
6. He takes 2.
He's got 3 left and we got bug parts. All right, same Rotfly attacks as the other guys. 4s to hit, no special abilities. 3s to wound. 4 wounds, no rend.
4s. Made 1.
And then
6s. No.
Oh, he actually died. Interesting. That doesn't really amount to too much. I thought. No. He doesn't get to fight back. Okay, well that will scuff the battle tactic. I want to see the other hypothetical over here. That would have been take the 2 battle tactics. For that to require, this Nightmare Predator must kill him. I'm gonna. What's his rend on him? 2.
2. All out attack.
I have no CP.
Counter charge.
So I have. He only has 1 hit. It's on 4s?
Yeah, but wounds on 2s.
Okay, so that goes right through, and I have a ward, so I'd live.
Yeah.
And then Nagash would be stuck fighting him there, so that would have also been
a failure.
There. And then the other one we were trying to hedge. What was the other options for battle tactics?
2 things fight, but nothing dies.
Okay. Well, that wouldn't have happened. That would
These would not have been there.
Correct. So that would have been
him fought, and now Nagash
would have fought him. You were worried about that guy dying, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other one would have been do not wait for have 2 things fight.
But nothing dies.
Nagash definitely easy fight over there. The other option was one of these summons, which would have been it would have been maybe this guy could have one-shot them. He does have the potential there. So every single battle tactic had a little bit of risk to it.
Yep. And the fact that I needed to take this one or this objective.
Correct.
Since you burned this one.
The burning was what made them all difficult. That was right. That was like a little last-minute thought I had.
If you had not burned this, these guys would have just come right in, attacked the bugs, and taken the objective.
Yeah, so the burning, you know what? The burning turned out pretty nice for me there. And they were in combat range of it on the end of my turn and controlled this. So that was like a good legal burn. Yeah, I'm actually that was a lot closer at the end there than I thought. You were sweeping me pretty hard there. You had like a lot of good early turns, and I was having a hard time keeping up. And then I was just able to get a bunch of 10-pointers at the end. Yeah, and I wasn't able to. I ended up with a 6-pointer last round on the last turn on the battle tactic. The objectives were no problem. Weirdly enough, I thought you were gonna have a hard time playing the objectives in this match. Not so much the battle tactic at the end there. Even if I had not burnt that objective, it still would not have mattered because it would have been 3-3 if I didn't take one. Correct. Yeah. So interesting. Interesting outcome. I mean, all around, a really good game. Like that was tight to the last minute there. It came down to like the only reason I was able to stop this battle tactic is because I won in the 8-inch charge roll off. Because this guy going here. And it was actually because I rolled a 9 really on their charge. I was able to hit him and then still get what I needed with these 2 guys in combat. Very technical stuff. Yeah. Very technical stuff in this game. Yeah, it was fun. I'm like, I'm at the same time, like, I'm not really, I'm not upset with it, but I'm like, what happened there? That was weird. Yeah, I'm not too sure. That was, I probably won't have a game that tight in a long time, if I'm going to be honest. That was, every little die roll mattered there at the end. Mm-hmm. It's like a little part of me was wishing I paid a little bit more attention to him when I moved him around, because when I realized I was half an inch away from the middle, that almost scuffed that whole thing up too. But they were able to make it up by getting that lucky, that roll off in the end there. That was pretty crazy. Good game, Sean. That was amazing. Oh, yeah. Awkward left-handed handshake. There you go. Thank you very much. That was first time we get to fight against Nagash, too. Seeing the big guy on the table. Big guy on the table, like... As like the only regret me and Sean have, wish we put a little bit more thought. I wish I put a little bit more thought in my turn 4 and 5, and he feels the same way. Yeah. Because I thought it was over, so I was kind of like, whatever, we'll kind of play it out. Then every little move was still super important because there couldn't be a double turn anymore because you couldn't afford to not take the battle tactic. So like no matter what, I was gonna go. No matter what, you were gonna go after me, which is an interesting concept there. So the final score is gonna be 46 for the Maggotkin of Nurgle, and we have 30 plus 14, so I guess 44. Yeah, 44. Not bad. So 2 point. Literally 2 point difference. No grand strategies in the game anymore. Just only battle tactics and score. Yeah, leave some feedback down below what you thought in the comments, guys. I'm sure there was something that we definitely messed up somewhere. Oh, for sure. Like this is our first games. Like the game was like that tight, and there was the battle tactics are pretty easy all around because we didn't. Well, at the end there, sure, but like I keep thinking the battle tactics are hard. Like after coming off of last edition of Sigmar, towards the end, the battle tactics were quite challenging. Like it'd be common to fail 1 or 2 in a game. Yep. Now they're all really doable, but I mean, at the end there, like that was still very doable. I just got a lucky 9-inch charge. Yep. You failed your charge, and I got a lucky counter. I definitely think it would have been better if I had done take the center, like battle round 2. I can't remember what your battle round 2 was. Your first one was kill me, and then your second one was take their land. Yep. I think, okay, I'll be honest. When you said take their land, I was thinking to myself in my head, I'm like, that's a little too early for take their land, I think. Yeah. It was something I saw that was easy to do. I should have thought, okay, what's something that I can do, but that way I have to take the land for... Right. Because if I had kept that for battle round 5... Oh, you would have had it, no problem. Yeah. I would have had it. Yep, because it could have been any one of those wizards just took this land back here, and the Morghast
still take that.
and then it would have been that would have been a tie, I guess. Would that have been a tie? No, because you would have got 4 points. You would have won by 2.
I would have won by 2.
Correct. It would have been a win by 2 instead. That is like the one decision to go for. It's like the lowest hanging fruit isn't always the right choice, I guess.
Oh no. Always think about what you can try and do the last battle round backwards.
Yeah, because it's like the one death one. You actually did the death one at the right time too, because you had to leave your territory at the end here, or my territory at the end here. Yeah, it's like just save a couple of them for the end of the game. If you want a flank or something in the enemy's deployment zone and they're not going to threaten it later, just take their land until the end, because that's an easy one. Like, okay, I'm just going to plant my flag over here.
Yeah, I definitely should have saved that for round 5.
Something to note, I won't forget that either, because there's been a couple times where I'm like, I'll just take their land now, and then I could do these 2 later on or something. But I remember it working out for me. I got lucky and it worked out. But I remember thinking to myself, I should have probably held on to take their land. Anyways, folks, that's it for this game. That was an outstanding game. Thank you, Sean, for coming by to visit. And I'm sure we'll see you again.
Probably.
Sean stops by when it lines up. I think your wife visits family in Michigan typically.
Yep. So I come up here when she's doing that.
And come to hang out. Anyways, folks, that is it. There will be more Age of Sigmar to come. There's more armies to play as we figure out this puzzle that is this new edition. Happy wargaming.